chosen by God from all eternity to be the pure vessel through whom his Son would come into the world, we come before you today with hearts full of reverence and love. You are the perfect creation of God's divine love, conceived without stain of original sin, preserved from all sin by the merits of your Son, Jesus Christ, and filled with grace beyond measure. We gaze upon you, O Mother, as the shining example of purity, humility, and holiness. In you we see the masterpiece of God's work, a human soul so pure, so full of grace, that you became the dwelling place of the Most High. You are the new Eve, obedient where Eve failed, and through your fiat the door to salvation was opened for all mankind. How we long to imitate your faith, your trust, and your surrender to God's will. O Immaculate Mother, we acknowledge that, like our first parents, we are born with the weight of sin, and we stumble often on the path of life. But in you we find hope and consolation. Through your purity and closeness to God, you became the mediatrix of all grace, the channel through which his mercy flows. We come to you now, imploring your intercession, asking for your grace to overcome our weaknesses, and for the strength to turn away from sin, that we, too, may be purified and made worthy of the promises of Christ. You, who are called Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception, are the patroness of our land, our homes, and our hearts. You watch over us as a mother watches over her children, protecting us from harm and guiding us on the way to holiness. We ask you, O Blessed Mother, to intercede for us in our times of need. Be our refuge in moments of trial, our comfort when we are sorrowful, and our hope when we feel lost or discouraged. O Mary, you are the model of perfect obedience to the Father's will. Teach us to trust in God's plan for our lives as you did. Help us to respond with the same faith you had when the angel Gabriel announced God's plan to you. Grant us the courage to say yes to God in all things, even when we do not fully understand his will, knowing that his plan is always one of love and goodness. As we contemplate your Immaculate Heart, we also reflect on your role as the Mother of the Church, a mother who gathers all her children into the loving arms of God. You who stood at the foot of the cross, sharing in the suffering of your Son, now stand in heaven, watching over the Church he founded. Intercede for the Church, O Immaculate Mother, that it may remain faithful to the teachings of Christ and continue to be a beacon of truth and hope in the world. Protect its leaders, guide its faithful, and bring unity where there is division, so that the Church may always be a reflection of your purity and holiness. In a world that is often darkened by sin, where evil seems to prevail and hearts are hardened, we turn to you, O Immaculate Mother, as the dawn of a new hope. You are the woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under your feet and the crown of 12 stars upon your head. You crush the head of the serpent, and your purity stands as a bright light in the darkness. Help us, O Mary, to bring that same light into the world by living lives of virtue, love, and holiness. May we, through your example and your intercession, be strengthened in our resolve to live according to God's will and to spread the message of his love and mercy to all. O Immaculate Virgin, we also ask you to protect and guide our families. Keep them safe under your mantle and guard them from the attacks of the enemy. Bring peace where there is discord, love where there is hatred, and healing where there is division. Help parents to raise their children in the ways of faith and love, and guide all of us to seek your Son in every aspect of our lives. Finally, O Blessed Mother, we ask that you help us to grow closer to your Son, Jesus Christ. Lead us to his Sacred Heart, where we will find the fullness of love, mercy, and forgiveness. Help us to love him with all our hearts as you do, and to live lives that are pleasing to Him. Guide us always on the path to holiness, so that one day we may join you in the eternal joy of heaven, where we will praise and glorify God forever. We offer this prayer, O Immaculate Virgin, with all our love, gratitude, and trust, confident that through your intercession, God's grace will flow abundantly into our lives. Amen.